Chapter 30, New Shoes. Hades and Hell spent the night in an abandoned warehouse. Apparently, it once stored cardboard boxes. Hades imagined that, at some time, things were put in these boxes in shipping crates and plats. Hell, on the other hand, could not have cared less. She's enamored by their bikes, the shiny new motorcycles they have acquired. She rubs Hades' bike, feeling its steel. However, she cannot help but gaze at herself in the rearview mirror. Her face. It's so perfectly symmetrical. Gone is the skull encompassing her left side. She's beautiful, and for the first time in many lifetimes, she feels it. Hades props himself up on one elbow and watches Hell admire her reflection.
"Don't go fogging my mirrors, bitch."
Hades picked up some rather colorful language during his near-fatal mixer with the angels. Hell protests. "A female dog? Honestly? If referring to me as a canine is so important, you could have gone with something like a she-wolf."
Hades laughs. "Of course I could have. But what would be the fun in that? Besides, I'm just using a term those criminals use to describe you. They seem to think it suited you."
"You mean those criminals I saved you from?" Hades is deflated.
"Yes, those would be the ones."
"You know, sex last night was quite good. It's been a while since you've been that passionate."
"Well, under Anubis' control, it was hard to feel very passionate about anything."
Hell presses. "You sure it's not because I'm beautiful now?"
"You were always beautiful, but now you're stunning."
Hell smiles. Hades answered correctly. Hades walks over to check out his bike. It is true that Hell has fogged the mirrors, but he doesn't mind so much.
"We should really look for a base camp," he says. "This location is a little too dreary, even for me."
Hell agrees. "A place with a little more style would be nice. I hate to say it, but what I really miss is the underworld, especially the Treachery Bar."
"I'm sure they have similar places where one can imbibe all they please. We may have some exploring to do before we find it. As for the underworld, Apollo is our mission. Once we exact our revenge, Anubis will have no choice but to call us back."
"First we find mead, then lodgings. Apollo can wait. Our paths will cross soon enough." Hell and Hades leave their motorcycles behind and set out on foot. It is hot outside, so their Hell's Angels jackets remain draped over the handlebars. After an hour of walking, they arrive at the northern portion of Market Street. There, they observe hundreds, if not thousands, of humans walking in various directions. Each seems to have his or her own agenda, a specific destination in mind. Hell focuses in on a girl who is roughly her exact size. She is enamored with this girl's clothing. A tight black top paired with a short black leather miniskirt. Thigh-high black boots complete the look. "I want to look like her," Hell says. Hades stares at her dyed blonde hair.
"You want to discover where she traded for her garments?"
"No. I want to take them." They follow the girl, and she turns down an alley. Apparently, the wrong alley. The 11th Street Hispanic gang is holding some kind of ritual. They rule the Tenderloin, and a pretty white girl has just made the wrong turn. "Hola, bonita," the leader says. He is grinning ear to ear. "Why don't you come over here and show us a good time?" "Sorry," the girl says nervously. "I'm in a hurry. Late for work. Perhaps another time." "No time like the present, muchacha. Come over here and give me un beso. That's a kiss if your Espanol is poor." The girl turns to escape, but Hades and Hell block her way.
"Now is not the time to run from your enemies,"
Hades insists. He grabs her firmly by the shoulders.
"Not to worry. You are among friends."
Hell approaches the gang. "Am I not beautiful enough for you?" "I like the way you think," the gang leader says. The other three members are laughing out loud. Hell smiles and draws her weapon. She shoots their leader in the gut. Hell fires 2 more shots, fatally wounding 2 others. The third is in shock. "What are you doing to my primos?" he gasps. Hell fires her 4th bullet into his kneecap. This was becoming somewhat of a trademark for her, a calling card. The gang member cries out in pain. Hel puts her finger to her lips. If you make any more noise, I shall shoot your other one. Hades leads the girl to the scene. She is crying, having never witnessed anything like this before. Hades pushes her towards Hel. I've saved your life, or at minimum, your chastity. Now, there's something I'd like in return. Anything, the girl says between sobs. I'd like your clothing. I quite fancy it, and I want it. The girl isn't sure she heard correctly. You want my clothes?
I sincerely doubt Hel would have saved you if she didn't. So go ahead, remove them, Hades commands. The girl slowly strips, starting with her blouse. Hel likewise is removing her clothing. Unlike the girl, she wears no bra. Her pert, dark nipples stick straight up in the air. Hel slips on the blouse and waits impatiently for the skirt. The transaction is nearly complete, except Hel wants the boots. She pays particular attention to how they are unzipped, as she has never seen anything like them before. They're kind of hard to get on, the girl says. Do you want some help? Hel relents, and the girl kneels, zipping the boots up Hel's shapely legs. Hel tosses her clothes at the girl. I can't wear these clothes to my job, the girl says. Hades smirks. I doubt that had you been murdered or raped, you wouldn't be going to your job at all. So run along, dear. Consider yourself fortunate.
While Hel admires her makeover, Hades searches the bodies. He discovers 5 more guns, 3 more knives, and a huge wad of cash.
We're building quite the arsenal. Apollo will be quite the easy target.
They perform a similar costume change for Hades, so now he blends in with the locals as well. The next item on the agenda is getting Hel her fill of mead. They walk aimlessly for blocks, essentially following a meandering crowd. They pass by several promising spots, but none seem quite good enough for Hel. Hades grows weary of walking.
We're not going to find the perfect place on this crappy planet. We're stopping in the next place we see.
Hel sighs and nods her head in agreement. That will be fine. They trudge a few more yards, and Hades spies a run-down bar. He opens the door.
This way, m'lady.
Hel frowns but enters the sparsely populated bar. You sure know how to pick 'em. The day bartender, Todd, looks up at the beautiful goth Hel and the well-groomed Hades. Not the typical duo to enter Joe's dive bar. The day bartender excuses himself and goes to the manager's office and knocks on the door. Yeah? Joe hollers. Todd is grinning.
Sorry to disturb you,
but you have got to get a load of the couple who just popped in. Joe rises and follows Todd behind the bar. Seated at a table are Hel and Hades. Joe cannot help but laugh. This is not his usual clientele. He makes his way to their table. You two lost? He asks.
Your city remains a mystery to us,
Hades answers.
However, we are looking for a place with libations.
Libations?
Yes, drinks of the alcoholic variety.
Joe nods. Well, you have come to the right place, but you might have more luck seated at the bar. No waitstaff on yet. Hades stares Joe down.
We are accustomed to being waited on.
Joe is taken aback. All right, suit yourselves. What will you have?
Red wine,
Hades answers. Joe shakes his head. More specific. We have a cab, a Merlot, and a Pinot. But I'll warn you, none are very good.
You pick then.
Joe sizes up Hel. And for the lady? Mead, Hel answers. Joe is momentarily frozen. You are the second person to ask for mead in as many days. We don't have it, but please tell me what it is. It's a honey-based wine. Quite delicious. I'm surprised you have none. Joe shakes his head. Sounds dreadful. But if customers are clamoring for it, I'll see what I can do with the distributors. For now, can I offer you a beer? An ale? Hel asks. That I can do. Joe walks away and disappears behind the bar. Hades whispers to Hel.
Someone else wanted mead? What does that tell you?
That this place has no taste by not carrying it.
No. No one likes mead, other than you Norse cohorts. One may have made an appearance here.
I don't understand what difference that would make.
It means,
Hades explains,
that someone from your pantheon may be here as well. Who's missing?
Hale thinks.
The darkness is accounted for. I'm pretty sure a frost giant would have caused quite a stir.
Someone from the light?
Or Loki. He does what he pleases.
It would be good to see him. It's been a long time since Anubis banished him. Hades answers quickly. He is not a fan of Loki.
Story is he went crawling back to Odin.
Yeah, I heard that too, Hale responds. Joe comes over carrying an anchor steam and a glass of hideous Pinot Noir. Hale tastes the beer and likes it. Hades tries the wine and nearly retches. Not to your liking? Joe asks. Can't say I didn't warn you. We are a beer and whiskey joint, not a trendy city bar. Can I get you an anchor like your companion has?
By all means,
Hades says.
And I have a question.
Shoot.
The other person who ordered mead, did you catch a name?
Joe thinks. She had a funny sounding name. Something with an F?
Freya?
Hale bursts out. That's it. You know her?
Only far too well.
After the initial shock wore off, Hades asks,
Was she alone?
She was in here with this lady, who I swear was an off-duty cop. Her name is Diana, but the guy she was hanging all over, he jumped on stage and played some of the best music this city has ever seen. Hale gasps.
Apollo!
Yeah, that was his name. You know him?
I do,
Hades says.
He's my spoiled nephew. You expect him around any time soon?
Band plays again tomorrow night around 10. I'm sure he'll be here.
Do me a favor. Don't mention I was here. I'd like to surprise him while he's singing.